Good morning. I'd like to read an opening statement. This is to advise the general public that in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975 entitled Senator Byron M. Bear Open Public Meeting Act, New Jersey Casino Control Commission on December 6, 2023, filed with Secretary of State at the State House in Trenton an annual meeting schedule. On December 6, 2023, copies were mailed to subscribers. The use of cell phones in the public meeting room while the commission is in session is prohibited. Any member who wishes to address the commission will be given the opportunity to do so before the commission adjourns for the day. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome everyone who is joining us in person and remotely today. Meeting participants who wish to do so can continue to address the Commission through remote technology. We are also permitting in-person participation, and the public meeting room is therefore open. We will, however, continue to stream our public meetings. The public is able to listen through access provided on the Commission's website as well as through our YouTube channel. We will accept public comments via email. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.nj.gov. I will repeat that. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.nj.gov beginning now and any time throughout the meeting, ending at the time of adjournment. This meeting is being transcribed as well as recorded, and minutes will be available on our website in due course. To meeting participant callers, I ask that you follow the instructions provided with the web link or audio call-in code and place your phones on mute until your matter is called. Also, when your matter is called, please turn on your camera and identify yourself before speaking. Thank you.
Morning, Mr. Chairman. Please answer when I call your name. Commissioner Maldonado,
Present.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Present.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Present.
Thank you. Matters discussed in closed session this morning included key license application matters, as well as approval of the October 9, 2024 closed session minutes, and approval of the amendments to the internship policy within the Commission's Personnel Policy and Procedure Manual. The first item for your consideration is ratification of the minutes of the October 13, 2024 public meeting portion.
Are there any questions for council or corrections?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to ratify the minutes of the October 9th, 2024 meeting.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 2 are applications for initial casino key employee licenses. They include Yvonne Fernandez, Jody C. Lash, also known as Jody C. Wright, Jacob E. List, Norbert Noah, Serene A. Sadiq, Alana J. Wiggins, and Michelle L. Worley. Each of these applications have been reviewed by both the division and commission staff with a recommendation that each be granted.
Are there any questions regarding any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the 7 initial Casino Key employee licenses.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 3 are applications for resubmitted casino key employee licenses and/or for qualification. They include Nyleesh H. Achara, Mark Giantonio, David E. Johnson, John M. LeGrand, Eric J. Matejevich, Robert J. Monteverde, Mariela Pabon, also known as Mariela Pabon Rivera, Rajendra N. Paul, Ronald J. Rodriguez, Paul E. Russo, Matthew J. Stubnitsky, Deborah A. Ciroli, and Joseph P. Totoro. With respect to Mark Giantonio and Eric J. Medvedevich, they will be called separately as they require a roll call vote. The remaining 11 resubmitted Casino Key employee license applications have been reviewed by both the division and commission staff with a recommendation that they each be granted.
Are there any questions regarding any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the 11 resubmitted Casino Key employee licenses.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
With respect to Mark Giantonio, resubmission as well as qualification to continue to serve as president and chief executive officer for DGMB Casino LLC, doing business as Resorts Atlantic City. Again, the division has reviewed that application, commission staff has done so as well, and jointly recommend that the resubmitted Casino Key employee license and qualification be granted.
Are there any questions regarding this matter?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant resubmitted key license and qualification.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote?
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Eric J. Matejevich, and I know I am not pronouncing that correctly, for resubmitted casino, for resubmitted Casino Key employee license and for qualification to continue to serve as chairman of the compliance committee and a member of the audit committee for AC Ocean Water LLC, doing business as Ocean Casino Resorts. As a corporate officer, residency is not required. The division has reviewed, as well as commission staff, with a recommendation that his resubmitted key and qualification be granted with acknowledgement that residency is not required.
Are there any questions regarding this matter?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant resubmitted key license and qualification and waive the residency requirement as provided for in NJSA 5:12-89B.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote?
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Item number 4 are approvals through delegation of authority between October 1, 2024 and October 31, 2024, pursuant to resolution number 2201-1211B. We have Manager Patrick Ealer to review those items with you. However, no commission action is required at this time.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. For the record, I am Patrick Ealer, Manager of the Commission's Licensing and Financial Evaluation Unit. Between October 1st and October 31st, 2024, the staff of the Commission's Regulatory Affairs Division granted the following approvals via its delegated authority. On October 1st, 2024, a temporary Casino Key employee license was granted to Stephen J. Rayo for an assistant casino floor shift manager position at Bally's Atlantic City. On October 16th, 2024, a temporary Casino Key employee license was granted to Daniel D. Charlton for an assistant slot shift manager position at Borgata. On October 17th, 2024, a temporary Casino Key employee license was granted to Michael L. Swank for a director of casino cashiering position at Borgata. On October 21st, 2024, a temporary Casino Key employee license with a multi-casino endorsement was granted to David P. Vallone for an information security officer position at Caesars, Harrah's, Tropicana, and CIENJ. On October 22nd, 2024, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Brian E. Tyndall for a slot performance manager position at Bally's Atlantic City. On October 23rd, 2024, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Michael A. Scolavano for a dual-rate security investigator and security shift manager position at Tropicana Atlantic City. On October 28th, 2024, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to James J. Carr for a dual-rate casino supervisor and assistant casino shift manager position at Golden Nugget Atlantic City. On October 29th, 2024, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Jose D. Murillo for a surveillance analyst position at Bally's Atlantic City. And on October 31st, 2024, temporary casino key employee license was granted to Christian P. Wesley for an assistant security shift manager position at Borgata. This memorializes the approvals that were granted by the Commission's Division of Regulatory Affairs via its delegated authority during this period, and no further Commission action is required. Thank you.
Item number 5 are requests for inactivations of casino key employee licenses. Again, we have Manager Patrick Eeler, who will review those items with you.
In lieu of filing a casino key employee license review application, the following individuals have requested to be placed on the casino key employee license approved inactive list: Gary C. DeBartolomeo, Aziza Farmer, also known as Aziza Eastwood, and Aziza Atwa; Hilda J. Gonzalez, also known as Hilda J. Andahar and Hilda J. Mercado; Mark W. Ludwig; Robert L. Smith, Jr., Michael B. Straub, and Deborah S. Weiss, also known as Deborah S. Ruth. If the requests are granted, each individual may remain on the approved inactive list for a period of up to 5 years. Commission staff has reviewed these requests and recommends that you grant the requested relief.
Are there any questions regarding any of these matters?
No.
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the requested relief and order that the 7 casino key employee licenses be inactivated.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Item number 6 are consideration of the lapsing of casino key employee licenses. Again, Patrick Eeler will review those with you.
For your consideration is the lapsing of the casino key employee licenses of Richard A. Cook, Jason L. Gregorick, Mikkel C. Hendry, William E. Knopf, Jr., and Kate L. Warden. In each case, the casino key employee license review application filing deadline has passed, and these individuals have not filed a casino key employee license review application, nor requested to be placed on the casino key employee license approved inactive list. Based on our review, staff recommends that the casino key employee licenses of these individuals be deemed to have lapsed.
Are there any questions regarding any of these matters?
No.
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to find that the 5 casino key employee licenses lapsed pursuant to NJAC 19:41A-6.1F of the regulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Item number 7 is consideration of the initial application of Kayla A. Simadori for a casino key employee license. We have Senior Counsel Teresa Pimpinelli, who will review that matter with you.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing for the Commission. For your consideration is the initial application of Kayla Simidori for her casino key employee license. You have staff's memo and recommendation for this matter. Ms. Simidori was notified of today's proceedings. I would ask counsel for the division enter their appearance and proceed.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. On July 30th, 2024, the division filed a letter report recommending that the application of Kayla Simidori for a casino key employee license be remanded and a conference be held in order to address the applicant's qualification for casino key employee licensure as required by Section 89 of the Casino Control Act. Subsequently, the Commission at its August 14th, 2024 meeting remanded the matter to the contested case process. As advised by the Commission, Kayla Simidori failed to submit the requisite hearing request form and failed to comply with the contested case process. Therefore, based on the applicant's non-responsiveness and failure to comply with the contested case process, the division requests that Kayla Simidori's application for a casino key employee license be denied.
And for the record, the applicant is not here?
Correct.
Correct, thank you. Are there any questions for counsel?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to A, find Kayla A. Simidori disqualified pursuant to NJSA 5:12-80 B and D and NJSA 5:12-86 and NJSA 5:12-89, and B, deny her initial application for a casino key employee license.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Item number 8 is consideration of the initial application of Thomas Van Setters for a casino key employee license. Again, you have Senior Counsel Pimpinelli, who will review that item with you.
Chairman and Commissioners, Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing again for the Commission. For your consideration is the initial application of Thomas Van Seters for his casino key employee license. You have staff's memo and recommendation for this matter. Mr. Van Seters was notified of today's proceedings. I would ask counsel for the division to enter their appearance and proceed.
Chairman and Commissioners, Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. On July 30th, 2024, the division filed a letter report recommending that the application of Thomas Van Setters for a casino key employee license be remanded and a conference be held in order to address the applicant's qualifications for casino key employee licensure as required by Section 89 of the Casino Control Act. Subsequently, the Commission, at its August 14th, 2024 meeting, remanded the matter to the contested case process. As advised by the Commission, Thomas Van Setters failed to submit the requisite hearing request form and failed to comply with the contested case process. Therefore, based on the applicant's non-responsiveness and failure to comply with the contested case process, the division requests that Thomas Van Setters' application for a casino key employee license be denied. Thank you.
For the record, Mr. Van Setter is not here. Thank you. Are there any questions for counsel?
No.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to A, find Thomas Van Setters disqualified pursuant to NJSA 5:12-80 B and D and NJSA 5:12-86 and NJSA 5:12-89, and B, deny his initial application for a casino key employee license.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Item number 9 is consideration of the initial decision in the matter of the appeal of M.W. for removal from the self-exclusion list. Again, Senior Counsel Pimpinelli will review that item with you.
Hello again, Chairman and Commissioners. Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing for the Commission. Before you are a motion filed by the Division of Gaming Enforcement seeking to supplement the record in this matter, which is the appeal of M.W. for removal from the self-exclusion list, docket number 24-0019-AP. Also before you is the October 4th, 2024 initial decision of hearing examiner Molyneux for the same matter. This appeal stemmed from the division's October 20th final agency action denying MW's request to be removed. After holding oral argument, hearing examiner Molyneux found appellant demonstrated they were improperly placed on the list. You have the complete record in this matter, which is subject to confidentiality and privacy requirements. I would ask both parties to enter their appearances and proceed.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. My name is Letitia Fishin, Deputy Attorney General for the Division of Gaming Enforcement.
MW, you may unmute yourself and enter your appearance, please.
Good morning, everyone.
You can turn your camera off.
Darrell, can you swear in the witness?
He's still.
Is he there?
MW?
You don't have to put your camera on. You can keep the camera off and just turn your microphone on.
Do you swear?
Can you hear me all right?
That's great.
Oh, perfect.
Mr. MW? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I swear.
Thank you. May you proceed?
Mr. MW, this is your opportunity to tell the commission what you would like to have them hear based on your submission so far.
I just had to get to a quiet area, I'm sorry. Okay, so on December 12th, 2023, I was making an attempt to not self-exclude, but to basically either pull down or delete my PointsBet account, which I believe now is owned by Fanatic in terms of the sports book. However, at the time it was still PointsBet, and I was attempting to not self-exclude from sports betting and casino gambling across the state of New Jersey, but I was simply just trying to shut down my account with this sports book specifically so that I did not have to have the option to use it on an ongoing basis. However, by attempting to follow the directions that the application directed me to in order to be able to, quote, cool off from using their services, it instead led me into a direction to self-exclude from the state of New Jersey as a whole, as opposed to just this application, which was not my intent in this matter. It wasn't until the next morning, December 13th, 2023, that I discovered that all of my sports betting applications were shut down because of an incorrect self-exclusion submission. I reported this issue immediately to, I believe the email address was info@njdge.com, if I'm not mistaken. And the representative I spoke with did not assist me in this matter. After asking numerous times to be able to rectify this issue and for me to be able to basically re-log onto the application and cool down the proper way in which I was supposed to be cooled down, but instead I was basically turned down numerous times in getting assistance in rectifying this matter. And it wasn't until I was able to fill out some documentation in order to be able to open this current case that we have, that's been going on for almost about a full calendar year at this point. So, I mean, I'm at a point where I'm not entirely sure as to how more clearly I can make that this was not supposed to be happening. This was not the intent that I was placed on this list especially for a 5-year period. This is certainly not something that I was trying to do in order to be able to basically shut out my access for one sports betting account and not the others. Now, I'm very open and willing to serve out a full 1-year term because we're coming up on a year now, so December 12, 2024. I did want to make it clear that I am willing to serve out a self-exclusion term for the rest of 2024. I'm perfectly fine with that. However, throughout this whole process, I find that serving out a term of 5 years is definitely unreasonable for my situation, especially since I'm in a situation in which I was not intending to be on this list at all. The intent was to just shut down or quote unquote pull off from my PointsBet account. And throughout this process, I've found that PointsBet's directions to conduct such an action led me into signing up for this list when I really was not supposed to be doing this. I was supposed to be doing something completely different. So that is, in a nutshell, kind of where I stand. And that's why I humbly and respectfully request that I am either A, removed from the self-exclusion list effective, I don't want to say immediately, I'm not really sure how this timeline goes, or as an alternate agreement, I am willing to serve out the rest of 2024 on this list. But however, after that, I would like to respectfully request that I'm removed from this list. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. MD.
Thank you.
Division?
The division's position is that, as indicated in the record, the appellant had to check a box next to an acknowledgement statement that provided that his digital signature provided during the self-exclusion process authorized the division to direct all New Jersey casino licensees to restrict access to all New Jersey internet gaming platforms. It is the patron's responsibility to read the waivers and acknowledgements that are present in the self-exclusion process. PointsBet's self-exclusion steps were clear, and a reasonable person would not be misled into thinking any action other than the self-exclusion through the division self-exclusion program would result. Because the appellant had not been excluded for any unconstitutional or illegal reasons, and because the appellant voluntarily took the proper steps to self-exclude without solicitations or coercion by the commission, the appellant intended to place his name on the division's self-exclusion list. As indicated in the record via the division's exceptions to the commission's initial decision, no PointsBet New Jersey self-exclusion list exists. Therefore, the division respectfully asks that the commission deny the appellant's request for early removal from the division's self-exclusion list. Thank you.
Any questions for counsel? Any questions for Mr. MD?
No.
Sir, I have a question for Mr. MD. Did you do a cooling off period on any other website or just this one, just PointsBet?
I have done cool downs for several applications, actually. So, for example, in the state of New Jersey, I signed up for a cool down using the FanDuel app. So this was a duration of a full calendar year. I believe it was an August to August duration. And additionally, I signed up for a similar program using the DraftKings Sportsbook app in the state of New York when I was residing in the state of New York. So this is not, following through this process, this would not be a first time for this sports application.
So when you were directed to the Division of Gaming Enforcement's website, you thought you were still on the PointsBet's website?
It never directed me to the New Jersey Division of Gaming website. Everything was done through their application, or so they claim.
And you called PointsBet, and they gave you misinformation, you're saying?
So basically, I was in contact with PointsBet's customer service, their customer service team. Their terms and, well, not terms and conditions, but the way they made it seem like outlined, and this is all on their application in writing, it explicitly states that if there are patrons that are trying to self-exclude from New Jersey gaming, they should visit the Division of Gaming Enforcement's website, and they provide the link to the website, or it says call this number. But it never says anywhere that if I was trying to attempt to pull down or anything like that, it was going to take me directly to the self-exclusion list and have me go through that process. And additionally, one of their customer representatives told me in writing that placing myself on a self-exclusion list through PointsBet only places me on a PointsBet self-exclusion. And while we claim that no such list exists within the application itself, like as opposed to it being a one-shot deal and everything is closed out, the representative that I spoke with made it seem like there was a PointsBet specific listing that I could have had the option to sign up for, and this is in writing as well. So I just don't find that. I'm just not sure why one person told me one thing, and whether it's PointsBet or Fanatics or whichever the application is called right now they're all of a sudden turning around and saying that such a list doesn't exist. So I feel that there's a disconnect there as well.
And just for clarification, Mr. MD, you're living in New Jersey now, you were in New York, and then you moved to New Jersey?
That's correct, yep.
And then, when you did the cooling off up there in New York, when you were there, how long a period of time did you ask for a cooling off period there with FanDuel?
So out there was DraftKings. I believe the rules in the state of New York are different. So that was actually, I believe it was a permanent ban because I didn't want to use the application anymore. So I signed up for a permanent ban for that app specifically in the state of New York. But I was able to access all of my other accounts without being excluded from the state for any duration of time. I was able to do it no problem.
Thank you. Counsel?
Yes, the appellant argued that he was given incorrect information from a PointsBet customer service representative, which led him to believing that self-excluding via PointsBet online application would result in self-exclusion from only PointsBet New Jersey. However, his contact with PointsBet's customer service representative occurred on December 21st, 2023, after he properly and knowingly self-excluded on December 12th. 2023. Therefore, the patron could not have relied on the misinformation from the PointsBet customer service representative because it occurred after he effectively self-excluded. And also, in the record, the division has provided steps to cool off. And in those steps, you see that there's actually a page in the record where it shows that a patron may cool off for 3, 7, or 30 days, and there's also a box to click self-exclude. So although in the initial decision that the commission provides that those, the cool off and the self-exclusion options are in the same area, a reasonable patron would be able to see that you can cool off and you can self-exclude, and those are two different buttons that one would be able to select. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for counsel, or any other questions for Mr. MD?
No.
MW.
I'm sorry?
MW.
MW, oh, right. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay. Sir, did you have anything else you wanted to say before we vote?
Was that directed to me, sir?
Did you have anything else you want to say for the record?
Yeah, I mean, at this point in conclusion, I think this whole process has been, and again, I'm not being unprofessional or anything like that. I'm not trying to call anybody out. That's not why I'm here. But I found this process to be very unreasonable and honestly downright ridiculous because I could not make myself more clear in writing and orally that this was not something I was trying to, pursue or anything like that. I am not taking shots at like any integrity items or anything like that. That's not what I'm trying to do. In that timeline between December 12th and December 21st, that timeline I was trying to spend getting in contact with the division, trying to get help on this because PointsBet basically redirected me there. And, it's just, I feel like I've just been running around in circles trying to get this issue resolved. But, like I said, I can't, it's very hard to make myself more clear than I am that this is not something that I was trying to pursue. I have my own methods of responsible gambling, whether that be spending limits or canceling out, casino gaming, things like that. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I just feel like this is just an absurd punishment for an action that I took that, number one, I was misled into doing, and number two, which shouldn't have even happened to begin with. It's really just a simple ask for help. When this all happened, has turned into a year-long case, which I just don't think is very, I don't know, I just, in my opinion, it's just very unreasonable at this point. All I was trying to do was to just get help and just be, be on my way. And, whatever decision is made, I will respect and honor it, but that's where I stand. Thank you.
Thank you. Counsel?
Thank you. So just to reiterate the division's stance, because the appellant did voluntarily took the proper steps that were laid out within the waiver and acknowledgements, he did intend to place his name on the division self-exclusion list. The division respectfully asks that the commission deny the appellant's request for early removal from the division self-exclusion list. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to find good cause and grant the requested relief pursuant to NJAC 1:1-18.6, and 1, grant the division's motion to supplement the record and modify the initial decision to reflect that PointsBet does not have a self-exclusion option in New Jersey, but permit a cooling-off period. And 2, find that the appellant demonstrated that he did not intentionally place himself on the division's self-exclusion list as required by NJAC 13:69G-2.2C, and 3, grant his request to be removed from the division's self-exclusion list prior to the imposed December 12th, 2028 expiration date, and adopt the initial decision as modified.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote?
Doesn't need a note.
No, okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. Item number 10 is consideration of the initial casino key employee licensure and plenary qualification of Nicholas T. Reiterstorm to serve as president and chief operating officer for Marina District Development Company, LLC. This matter was initiated by petition PRN 0242404, dated January 18, 2024, seeking the temporary casino key employee licensure and temporary qualification of Mr. Reiterstorm to serve as the president and COO as indicated. You considered that petition at your March 13, 2024 public meeting, granted it as reflected in Resolution 24031317. We are now here for plenary licensure and qualification, and you have counsel present. And with your permission, Mr. Chairman, I'd ask that they enter their appearances and proceed.
Good morning, Chair Pelosi, Vice Chair Cooper, Commissioner Molyneux, Pat Madamba, Senior Vice President and Legal Counsel of MGM Resorts International, Marina District Development Company, and also counsel with Mr. Ritterstrom in this matter. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Connor Martin, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement.
Before I go into my spiel, Mr. Ritterstrom would just like to address the Commission for a moment, if that's okay.
Good morning, Chairman, Commissioners.
Would you please stand and raise your right hand and be sworn in first? You swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I swear.
Please state your name for the record.
Nicholas Thor Ritterstrom.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Good morning, Chairman, Commissioners. Couldn't be more excited to call New Jersey home, being part of the Atlantic City community and playing a very small part of the future of Borgata. Every destination's got its challenges, but I think when you're looking ahead, far more opportunities for Atlantic City and Borgata. So couldn't be more excited to be here. And thank you for the process and thank you for your time today. Couldn't be more excited. Thank you.
With that, we've had an opportunity to review the draft resolution. It's fine in form and substance. We simply ask that Mr. Ritterstrom be granted his key employee license and plenary qualification. Thank you.
On October 9, 2024, the division filed a report recommending the initial casino key employee licensure and plenary qualification for Nicholas T. Reuterstrom to serve as President and Chief Operating Officer for Marina District Development Company, LLC. We have reviewed the draft resolution and submitted a minor edit for consideration. But besides that, it looked okay. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and A, grant an initial casino key employee license to Nicholas T. Ritterstrom pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89B, and B, find Mr. Ritterstrom qualified to serve as President and Chief Operating Officer for Marina District Development Company, LLC, in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote?
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, with your permission, I'll move to agenda item 13, which
Yes.
also involves MGM, which is consideration of the plenary qualification of Stephen Harrison to serve as Senior Vice President and Chief Information Security Officer for MGM Resorts International. This matter was originally initiated by joint petition PRN 0872402, dated March 27, 2024, filed by the casino licensee, Marina District Development Company, LLC, and its parent company, MGM Resorts International, seeking the temporary qualification of Mr. Harrison to serve as the Senior Vice President and Chief Information Security Officer for MGM. You approved that petition at your April 10, 2024 public meeting as reflected in Resolution 2404-1015. You're now here for plenary consideration. You have council present, and with your permission, I'd ask that they again enter their appearances and address the commission.
Thank you for moving me up on the agenda. For the record, and good morning again, Pat Madamba, Senior Vice President and Legal Counsel of MGM Resorts International and Marina District Development Company, LLC. I've had an opportunity to review the draft resolution, and we find it acceptable in form and substance. Thank you. We simply ask that Mr. Harrison be found plenarily qualified. Thank you.
Good morning again, Chairman and Commissioners. Connor Martin, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. On November 6, 2024, the division filed a report recommending the plenary qualification of Stephen Harrison to serve as Senior Vice President and Chief Information Security Officer for MGM Resorts International. We have reviewed the draft resolution and have no objection. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and find Stephen C. Harrison qualified to serve as Senior Vice President and Chief Information Security Officer for MGM Resorts International in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.7.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote?
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Returning to regular order, the next matter is number 11, which is the consideration of the casino key employee licensure and plenary qualification of Alan Greenstein to serve as Vice President of Finance for Premier Entertainment AC LLC. This matter was initiated by petition PRN 0662401, dated March 6, 2024, filed by casino licensee Premier Entertainment AC LLC, doing business as Bally's Atlantic City Hotel and Casino, seeking the temporary qualification and temporary key licensure for Alan Greenstein to serve as Vice President of Finance for Bally's AC. You considered that petition at your March 13, 2024 public meeting and granted Mr. Greenstein temporary casino key employee licensure, which actually was a reactivation of his casino key employee license, which had been inactive, and he was assigned the same key license number that he previously held, as well as found him temporarily qualified. That was reflected in Commission Resolution 2403-1319. Now have council present for the division as well as for Bally's, and with your permission, I'd ask that they enter their appearances and proceed.
Good morning, Chair, Commissioners. Lynn Kaufman, Cooper Levinson for Premier Entertainment, AC LLC. I have reviewed the draft resolution and request that you grant Alan Greenstein plenary qualification. And for the record, he is very happy to have been able to activate his license and return to Atlantic City. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Deputy Attorney General Nicole Chamra on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division submitted its report dated October 30th, recommending the casino key employee licensure and plenary qualification of Alan Greenstein. The division has also reviewed the draft resolution and has no objections. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
No.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and A, grant the issuance of a casino key employee license to Alan J. Greenstein pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89B, and B, find Mr. Greenstein qualified to serve as Vice President of Finance for Premier Entertainment, AC, LLC, in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote?
Commissioner Maldonado,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper, and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 12 is consideration of the plenary qualification of Timothy Dawson to serve as Chief Information Security Officer for Caesars Entertainment, Inc. This matter was initiated by petition PRN 1102401 dated April 19, 2024, filed by casino licensees, Harrah's Atlantic City Operating Company, Harrah's Resort, doing business as Harrah's Resort Atlantic City, Boardwalk Regency LLC, doing business as Caesars Atlantic City, Tropicana Atlantic City Corp., doing business as Tropicana Atlantic City, Caesars Interactive Entertainment New Jersey, and their parent holding company, Caesars Entertainment, Inc., seeking permission and approval of Timothy Dawson to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Chief Information Security Officer for Caesars Entertainment, Inc. You considered that petition at your May 8, 2024 public meeting and granted Mr. Dawson temporary qualification as reflected in Commission Resolution 24050811. You now have consideration of Mr. Dawson's plenary qualification to continue to serve in the capacity indicated. Counsel for both the division and for Caesars Entertainment, Inc. are present, and with your permission, Mr. Chairman, I'd ask that they enter their appearances and address the commission directly.
Good morning, Chair, members of the Commission. Pacifica Wagnolini from Brownstein Hyatt on behalf of Caesars Entertainment, Inc. and its Atlantic City operating licensees, and Mr. Dawson.
Good morning again, Chairman and Commissioners. Connor Martin, Deputy Attorney General on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement.
Before you this morning is a petition for the plenary qualification of Mr. Timothy Dawson to serve as the Chief Information Security Officer for Caesars Entertainment, Inc. We have reviewed the draft resolution and the division's report. We have no comments or questions and would ask that you please approve that request.
On November 1st, 2024, the division filed a report recommending the plenary qualification of Timothy Dawson to serve as Chief Information Security Officer for Caesars Entertainment, Inc. We have reviewed the draft resolution and have no objection. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and find Timothy R. Dawson qualified to serve as Chief Information Security Officer for Caesars Entertainment, Inc., in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.7.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Item number 14 is the joint petition of Caesars Interactive Entertainment New Jersey LLC and Caesars Entertainment, Inc., requesting the qualification of a new holding company and for various other rulings in connection therewith. This matter was initiated by petition PRN 1232401 that was dated May 1, 2024, filed by Casino, Internet Gaming Affiliate Casino Licensee, Caesars Interactive Entertainment New Jersey LLC, and its parent company, Caesars Entertainment, Inc., seeking the qualification of Digital Holdco LLC as a new holding company of Caesars Interactive Entertainment New Jersey, as well as William Hill U.S. Holdco, Inc., and the continued plenary qualification of the officers of Digital Holdco, Anthony Carano, Eric Hessian, Edmund Quatman, Thomas Reeg, and Brett Yunker. The division has responded. Counsel for both parties are present, and again, I would ask that they enter their appearances and direct to the commission directly.
Good morning again. Pacifico Agnolini, Brownstein Hyde, on behalf of Caesars Entertainment, Inc., the Atlantic City licensees, and Digital Holdco, LLC.
Good morning. Connor Martin, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement.
Before you this morning is a petition for the plenary qualification of a new holding company in the Caesars Entertainment, Inc. Chain of organization. That entity is called Digital Holdco, LLC. The insertion of currently, William Hill U.S. Holdco, Inc. is the direct subsidiary of Caesars Entertainment, Inc., and is the ultimate holding company for CIENJ, a New Jersey casino licensee. This request will insert a new holding company below Caesars Entertainment, Inc., but above William Hill U.S. Holdco, Inc. And as a result, that entity will be a holding company of the New Jersey licensee Caesars Interactive Entertainment, New Jersey. Therefore, this new holding company must be qualified as a holding company for a casino licensee. There are no other the existing officers of this new entity are all currently qualified, so there are no additional individual qualifiers. We have reviewed the draft resolution. We have reviewed the division's report. We have no comments or concerns and would ask that you approve the qualification of the new holding company. Thank you.
On October 3rd, 2024, the division filed a report recommending the plenary qualification of the entity just described by Mr. Agnolini, Digital Holdco, LLC, as a new holding company of CIENJ. The division has reviewed the draft resolution and submitted several alterations for consideration. Thank you.
Any questions for council? No. I have one question. Is it the same board of directors for both companies then?
Yes, there's no change to the board of directors. This entity is an LLC. It has officers. Its member is Caesars Entertainment, Inc., and the Caesars Entertainment board remains the same.
Thank you.
So you can keep all of that lined up correctly, right?
Sometimes.
Thank you.
Any other questions for council? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and grant the relief requested in the petition, and A, find Digital Holdco and its natural persons qualifiers have complied with all requirements regarding the submission of information necessary to the Commission and the Division to evaluate PRN 1232401, and B, find each of the designated natural person qualifiers, Anthony Carano, Eric Hessian, Edmund Quatman, Thomas Rieg, and Brett Yunker, to have been previously found qualified by the Commission and remain qualified pursuant to NJSA 5:12-85.1. And C, find that Digital Holdco has established compliance with NJSA 5:12-82D, 7, 8, and 10, and 85B. And D, find that Digital Holdco has established by clear and convincing evidence that it possesses the financial stability, integrity, and responsibility, and the good character, honesty, and integrity required by NJSA 5:12-84 and 85.1. And E, find Digital Holdco plenarily qualified as the new intermediary holding company of casino licensee Caesars Interactive Entertainment New Jersey, LLC, pursuant to NJSA 5:12-85.1, and subject to the extent set forth in the resolution.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In accordance with Resolution 23120603, the next closed session shall be held on Wednesday, December 11, 2024, at 9:30 a.m. in the Commissioner offices.
This is the public participation portion of the meeting. Is there anyone from the public that wishes to speak? Ms. Fauntleroy, do we have any email comments?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. The public participation portion of the meeting is now closed. Is there a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, ayes have it. Meeting is now adjourned.